Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to deal with a very useful topic, managing money. I am sure that all of you would like to become rich. You are studying hard to get a good job and get more money. Money is an important factor in our life. You might have heard of Warren Buffett. He was a poor boy selling paper. Later on, he became one of the world's richest persons. He teaches young people how to make money, but more than that, how to handle money and use it in available resources wisely from young age. Along with this video, you will be given a link to listen to what Warren Buffett says to young people about financial management. Financial management is about learning fundamental lessons in the sensible spending and saving of earned money and finding a balance between the two. There are two views about use of money. There are some who say that money is to be spent. Many argue that the whole point of working hard and earning money is to spend it. And it is undeniable that money does help in making life comfortable and enjoyable to a certain extent. However, it would be foolish to spend off all we have only to end up in utter despair and penury. There are innumerable examples of renowned celebrities doing just that, like Mike Tyson, the famous professional boxer who because of his extravagant behaviour squandered all his fortunes he made from his boxing career spanning 20 years and finally ended up in a huge debt. Money in itself is a blessing, and it becomes even more valuable when it is wisely spent. The other view, opposite view, is to save some more. Save money for a rainy day means to set aside some money for an unexpected emergency. It's always prudent to save a sum of money from what we earn for life's uncertain situations like ill health, accidents, etc. However, some people take this to the extreme and save to such an extent that they become miserly and refuse to part with their money even if it is a necessity. Such a hoarding of wealth is also unwholesome. The last wish of the famous King Alexander the Great was that after he died, the path through which his coffin would be carried to the grave be strewn with gold, silver, and precious stones from his treasury. He wanted to convey to the people that not even a tiny fraction of the wealth he had acquired through his conquest would come with him to the grave. So true are the words of the English poet Tony Hanson. So, Mr. Moneybags, you are loaded. You will never take it with you when you go. Therefore, you can now understand that both extravagant spending and excessive saving is not the right way to manage one's money. A middle path must be learnt and practiced to make, save, and use money effectively. Money management is surely an essential skill to be learnt in life. Remember, money should be mastered, not served.
Now let us see
how we can master money. Recent surveys show that teenagers spend most of their money on food, apparel, online shopping, cosmetics, mobiles, videos, etc. And it is interesting that only less than half, about 40%, are able to budget their money effectively. We certainly know how to spend money, but we do not know how much to spend on what. Here, Warren Buffett reminds us, if you buy things you do not need, soon you have to sell things that you need. The next question is, how to manage our financial dealings? To manage our financial dealings, there is a need to know how to allocate our current and available money to various uses. For this, we have to be able to figure out what are the necessities in our lives, what are the comforts, and what could be luxuries. Our daily spending should be planned in such a way that it always covers our necessities. The first thing is necessities, the things which cannot be avoided and are essential for living. These cannot be postponed or ignored. And second category, comforts. Here, we can make small sacrifices in life so that we can spare some money. Comforts are things which make life a little easier and enjoyable, things we could live without if required. These things could be reduced or postponed as per our financial situation. And the third category is luxury. Luxury is what we would like to have if we could afford it, but something that is not necessary or essential. We should take time to decide whether we actually need a particular luxury or not. Avoiding a luxurious lifestyle is always appreciated in finance management skills. For example, rice and curry is a necessity. Pizza is a comfort. A meal in a high-end restaurant is a luxury. The Manusmriti tells us that uncontrolled pursuit of wealth will result in unhappiness. What we need most to manage money is a sound intellectual framework to make decisions and the ability to keep emotions from corroding it. By deciding upon our necessities, comforts and luxuries, we can effectively budget our money. Now, dear students, can you think and write down a few necessities and maybe some comforts and luxuries in your present life situation? Analyze the list and see if your spending is sound or excessive. Maybe at this age, your needs are met by your parents. However, if you can truthfully distinguish between what is necessary and what is not, you can refrain from making unreasonable demands on your parents. This will be a good foundation and discipline for the time you start earning and spending your own money. Now let us see something about financial discipline. Maintaining a piggy bank as a child would have maybe taught us the need to take care of our money. But this is not enough when we step out into the professional world and start earning by ourselves. Having a balance in our saving and expenditure decides the financial stability of our life and the well-being of our family. To be good managers of money, we need to develop a financial discipline. Here are some lessons that could be practiced. Number 1, be a friend of the poor. While we plan out our necessities, comforts and luxuries, we should have a merciful gaze on the needs of the poor around us. It is true that we have to meet our necessities. However, while considering our comforts, we have a choice to help the needy in our neighborhood to meet his or her necessities. And surely, before considering our luxuries, we have the duty to see to their needs. This remains not as a choice, but as an ethical imperative to take care of our fellow human beings. Just imagine, if every single person was to practice this duty, there would be no poverty in this world. Second important value, know the value of money. We all know that money does not grow on trees. It is a result of either our hard work or our parents' hard work, and we enjoy it as a gift from God. It might be affordable for us to spend maybe rupees 5,000 or rupees 10,000 on a smartphone or a high-end branded outfit. But the same amount would probably suffice for educational or other basic needs of his child in the neighborhood. So, before spending, we should always consider the deeper value of the money and how it could be put to better use. The third principle, set up a weekly or monthly budget and stick to it. Budgeting will ensure that our needs do not overshoot our allowance or income. Write down a weekly budget that includes all possible expenses like bus fares, stationery, eating out, social outings, etc. Set some limits on what we spend and try to work on the cheapest option available so that you could save at least a small amount each month. Writing down the expenses incurred or keeping a daily journal will help in keeping track of our expenditure, how it is going ahead as per the budget. Time and again, modify the budget to meet the necessities and to lessen the luxuries. Fourth principle, be accountable. It is always good to be accountable of a expenditure to someone trustworthy. At present, it is best to approach our parents. Knowing our source of income and our expenses, they could help and encourage us to develop financial responsibility. Fifth principle, plan for the future. It is good to be aware and know about insurances, mutual funds, health and other policies as they help us to confront unexpected emergencies in life. Foreseeing future needs and opting for small savings or investing in long-term plans can help in lessening potential liabilities in the future. And the last principle, be committed. Financial discipline is an art to be learned. Like mastering a new skill, financial fluency requires time, practice, intention, and discipline. It's a process, and the more we are committed in practicing it, the more we will be consistent and clear in money matters. Finally, let us see the difference between possession of wealth and love of wealth. It is of little benefit to become smart managers of money without knowing the difference between possession of wealth and the love of wealth. God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil. Wealth is a gift of God, says the Bible. Hence, possession of wealth is in itself a blessing. But the love of money is condemned. It is from the wickedness of man and from his love of money the roots of injustice spring out. You must have heard of Charles Dickens' famous story, A Christmas Carol. At Christmas one year, a mean-spirited, miserly old man, Ebenezer Scrooge, revisits his past in his dreams and sees how much love and joy he had lost in life because of his lust for money. He also grasps how he would be repaid for his greed and selfishness after his death. Waking up from his dreadful dream, he is overwhelmed with joy to get another chance to redeem himself. He rushes out into the street, eager to share his newfound Christmas spirit by providing lavish gifts for the poor and treating his fellow human beings with kindness and generosity. Thinking only of our comforts and luxuries is definitely selfish. But the good news is that with a conscious practice of the art of using and giving money, we could achieve a higher level of mental peace, contentment, and happiness. So, dear friends, please think about these important points about managing money, and you will be successful. Thank you. Have a nice day, and God bless you.